back to another episode of Between Me and You. This for sure will be the best episode ever.
Yeah, best episode ever. Welcome back, guys.
What's wrong, Jordan?
Nothing, just Kourtney Kardashian got engaged.
What?
Kourtney Kardashian got engaged.
Bro, speak up.
Kourtney Kardashian got engaged to Travis Barker. So there you go. Are you happy? Is that what you wanted to hear? You want to see me cry? You want to see me cry on the podcast, Andy?
I'm so sorry, Jordan.
Because the love of my life just finally got engaged to another love of my life.
Come here. It's okay. It's all right. Jordan.
It's not fair.
It's all right.
I've waited all this time.
You have a girlfriend.
It's not the same.
I know, bro. I know.
It's not the one.
Maybe one day I'll get with Jennifer Lawrence, and I totally get it. But she's married and has a kid now.
I just can't believe it. That's good. And cut.
And scene.
No, dude. I mean,
Marley's all pissed. She's like, you didn't have to throw that in there.
Yeah. You didn't have to go along with it either. Whoa.
Yeah,
what's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 16.
16. Yeah.
Wow,
oh gosh.
we're going up there.
Yeah, we're good.
Nice.
We're excited.
I'm really not bummed. I'm actually very, very happy for them because they're two of my favorite people. Like I told you, Kourtney Kardashian. She's sexy. I love her. I'm a huge fan of hers. Fuck all you guys that hate on the Kardashians. You're just mad because they
just jealous.
Yeah, fuck you guys. But no, and then Kourtney's I love her. And then Travis Barker. I've been a huge Blink-182 fan since
all the small things.
All the small things, the smallest things. And I'm so it's dope. And he's such a cool guy, and it's fucking perfect. And I really think this is gonna work. I think they're really gonna stick it out.
So yeah, you and Marley just had like a long conversation about all of this and the Kardashians and Travis Barker and everything, and then
I'm teenage girl about this.
Yeah, dude, you're like, I was just like, cool. Like looking back and forth, you would say something, she would say something. It was just funny because I mean, I know she loves it, and I know both of you love it, and inside you guys all watch it together.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, I just thought that was really funny because I remember Marley. I think we were with family, and then like she gets to know, she's like, oh my god, and I'm like, what? Like I thought it was something bad, and then she's like, Kourtney Kardashian just got engaged. I'm like, that's why you scared me? Like,
yeah, no, it's funny. It's like I told my girl, I was like I'm happy for them. I was like, but I'm like kind of bummed. It's like when you find out like the girl of your dreams, like your crush that you're like, I'm just waiting for the right moment. I'm just waiting for her to break up with that guy, and then I'll have my time to shine. And it's like you just find out that that's not ever gonna happen now. Like,
I mean, we talked about this.
Oh yeah.
But maybe
there's a possibility. Maybe there's
upside down pineapples.
Upside down pineapples. Maybe they'll give each other a hall pass around the same time that I get my hall pass finally, and then
they're like, find a podcaster you really like, but he can't be too well known.
No,
he's well known, but not too well known.
No. What they do is they go on like the podcast app and they just type in, let's just press S, and then S pops up, and it's like, oh, it's all on the pod. Let's check this out. And then they're like, and then she's like, oh, he's actually kind of cute. And then they see the episode that I did with Saida, and then Travis is like, all right, cool. I like Latinas.
Oh, so she's gonna go with Travis too.
I mean, if that's how it works out, if that's what they want.
Oh, okay.
Either upside down pineapple or vice versa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were going upside down pineapple or is it just her hall pass.
Let's talk about the upside down pineapple first. Okay. Let's cheers to this. Cheers.
For people that say we don't drink anymore, I'm drinking with Jordan.
Cheers to Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker.
Congratulations.
May you have a wonderful marriage and make beautiful kids and get a hall pass.
Cheers.
Is that what he says? Is the video I posted?
No. Which one?
Look, I gotta show you guys. It's so funny. It's on my story, so I'll show you.
He says, I miss drinking the vodka.
Estos sí son refrescos.
He said, estos sí son refrescos.
What does that mean? So I know it's like, this is refreshing, right?
No, he's pretty much saying like, okay, this is refreshing. Like he's like, this is what refreshing is all about.
Big Escawama of Dos Equis.
Yeah, I know.
All right, but,
dude, that's funny.
But yeah, what's this upside down pineapple thing we kept bringing up?
So yeah, we kept talking about. Well, we were talking about TikTok and how we've talked about Kourtney Kardashian,
and how we come across like random ass fucking videos. That I don't know how they come across our shit.
So the first one I think that I remember was, excuse me, already.
Excuse me, yeah.
Was the guy hugging up on his girl, and the girl's like, my boyfriend gets to play with me while he plays with my mom.
Yeah,
or the
yeah.
reason
I
we're
saw that one
together is that
Because I allow.
because I allow him to play with my mom. I was like, what?
Yeah.
But and then so like more and more videos started popping up randomly, and it's, I guess upside down pineapple means swingers.
Yeah, that's like their sign. So like if you go out to Starbucks and you see and you're behind someone and the girl has like earrings or like a necklace and it's the upside down. It has to be upside down. It's upside down pineapple. Yep. It's a sign that they're swingers and they're down to like, you know, that's like their open invitation.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Hit like if you're down, hit us up.
Which is pretty smart, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to go up to a couple and be like, hey, like, are you guys? And they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what'd you just ask me?
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh, okay, I saw the pineapple.
Yeah, you see that, so it's like you. Oh, okay, cool. They're down too.
Oh, okay.
I think we should do this more often with like other things too. You know.
Well, like Marley said one. So I guess if you guys have, I don't want to say it. Yeah. I mean, I just don't know anything about that one.
I don't. Yeah, I maybe I heard something, but I think it's something about like if you have a cowboy hat and you leave it on the table like at a bar or something, it's a sign that you and your girl are down to have like a threesome.
Okay, or you're looking for somebody.
Or you're looking. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like like if you see that, like, you know, hit us up. It's just funny because like that's like the upside down pineapple is very specific. Like,
yeah.
No one just like, oh, I like to wear upside down pineapple fucking jewelry, but like. The cowboy hat one, I mean, who doesn't? I mean, I can only imagine people take off their cowboy hat, put it on the table. And
yeah, it's just like, damn, it's been a long day at work. And they're like, oh, you trying to fuck?
You trying to have a threesome?
No, like, I'm tired.
What the fuck? Where'd you get that idea from?
Exactly. So I guess if you guys know of any other ones, or if TikTok just gives you random videos and you're like, what the hell am I looking
mine
at?
comes on fucking, like, MILF Talk. That's like, I always like to read the comments and be like, oh, it looks like I stumbled across MILF Talk. Or like Murder Talk. Or Cartel Talk.
Cartel, those are crazy,
dude. And it's crazy because those are like I've seen ones that are real subtle. Like all it is it'll show a truck door and there's like a little like so where you would roll down the window like the old school ones.
Yeah.
There's a little latch that all it shows is it shows them close the door and they open the latch and you can see outside and they close it and you read the comments and like, oh, that's so they can stick their gun out and shoot as they do drive-bys. So they don't have to open the door, roll down the window. Dude. And I was like, what the? Like, they're really subtle like that. Or they'll be like,
that's
a bunch of them like in this house and there's like gold guns and there's money. And they're not doing anything. They just shows all that and everyone's like hanging out, having a good time. And then you read the comments like, oh, it looks like I stumbled across Cartel Talk.
Dude, yeah, I've seen. So I tell you that at my job, like during the day, I like watching those paranormal videos and like those ghost videos, and I think it's really cool because it's just interesting. You know?
Has to be during the day though.
Yeah, but yeah. So I was going there because then I get home at night, and then I'm like in the toilet by myself, and then like more shit comes out because it's like I'm like, oh, fuck. And then
some are jump scares.
Like, and then I have to like go off TikTok because I know more and more things are gonna be popping up.
Dude, real quick, I don't know why, but do you notice that? I feel like the scariest shit comes from like Mexico.
Yes,
dude. So the other day I came across this TikTok where
was it the piñata one?
Yeah, you saw that one?
Yeah.
But you saw the full on one?
Yeah, the one. Okay, because there was one where the guy stays at the night, right?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
So like it starts out where this person normally would repost like scary videos, and he had posted one where this girl was in the back of the piñata store, and she was like, it was like the storage area, and she was cleaning up something, and there's like obviously a fucking security camera, and she's like cleaning up something, and something pulls her by her leg and drags her, and she gets up and runs out like, oh fuck, what was that? Like she gets out, and he had posted just that video, and he's like, and then he reposted it, but he was like, there's more to this story. He's like, I found this guy that owns a piñata store in Mexico, and he has more footage, and like at night, like the night vision will catch like piñatas. You know how they hang them from the ceiling? Yeah. They'll just start spinning like really fucking fast.
Yeah.
And then like one of his workers was like, you know, I'll stay the night in the store, dude. And he's like, I'm getting shit even thinking about it.
So one of them
real,
and it's kind of perfect because it's Halloween. But one of them is crazy too because it's facing a wall and it has like all this merchandise, and the merchandise just starts like flying off.
Yeah, like it's like normal people get haunted and it's like, oh, they don't really do anything bad, but these are like trying to hurt these people.
Yeah,
like, it's like a demon, like an evil spirit.
So I kind of did more and more. Like I just kept watching more. But so one of them too, like it's like facing like the candy wall, and then like you see all the piñatas and they're kind of like piled up. I don't know if you saw them. Then you see someone come out and like they're
at night.
Yeah. When it's night vision. Yeah, it's a creepy ghost.
Oh, dude, that one was scary.
So my dad says I think that's the only fake one.
That's why when I saw that one I was like, but also did you? So when the employee stays the night.
Yeah,
You
okay,
see when
yeah,
the
yeah.
TV turns on.
Yeah.
So like it shows him and he's like playing like the video games or whatever, and finally he goes to bed, and which I don't even fucking know why he would go to sleep, but he sleeps on this couch. And like the TV turns on,
Yeah,
and it's just static, and it starts moving out towards him,
Dude.
and it's not even plugged in. So I was like, I don't know that one.
Yeah.
And then also the did you see the saw one?
Well, yeah,
There was
the drill.
Yeah, it was like yeah, and it started like on the floor, it turned on. It wasn't plugged in as well. So I
Yeah.
saw, I was like, I don't know, but like,
Well,
I don't know. Some of the stuff was pretty
So
true.
that guy, the one that was sleeping, did you see the little kid behind him?
Yeah, that ran across the wall.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. So he's behind him, like he like peeks over the wall, and then like he's like
Dude,
looking
I'm
at
getting
him.
shivers. I gotta
Yeah,
drive
dude.
all the way home. Fucking
And then
the
like
foothills.
yeah, and then he comes back. But the thing I think he did the worst, other than falling asleep, because of course he might fall asleep. He's playing VR. He has a VR headset.
Yeah, so he can't. So
with
he
the
can't
VR like
see-
earmuffs
yeah.
with the thing, and I'm just like, dude, if anything happens, you don't know what's happening.
There's shit around you happening.
Yeah.
And there was, right? When he was playing, there was like stuff
Yeah,
happening. Like,
that's when the little kid is there.
yeah, yeah.
Dude, I was like, bro, come on.
Dude, like when it showed him sleeping, I was like, he's actually going to bed?
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I
Yeah.
would have been up all fucking night.
But so from what I remember seeing also from the video is that they thought it was the piñata that was haunted or evil.
Because they burnt it, right? He took it to like a church? Or
He took it to
somewhere.
like a salmon, something like a like.
And they
a-
burnt it up or something.
They burnt it up and they
Stuff was still
or
happening.
yeah, exactly. But they took it somewhere else and they told him like, hey, come pick up this piñata. I don't want it anymore. And he's like, what? So he goes and picks
Yeah.
up the piñata. And as he's recording in the car, you see like a face behind him too.
Yeah.
So there's like faces just everywhere in that video. But because also like at one time he goes into the store late at night because the alarm tripped or something like that.
Oh,
and,
yeah. Mhm.
And like he's like looking around. He's like, hey, like, and nothing. But then he looks up like at the roof and you see something up there. You're just like, oh,
Yeah.
Like, dude, yeah.
It's fucking... And, like,
Whether you believe it or not, I just think it's those things that I'm just like, fuck, dude, if that happened to me, like,
was it... It's just going back into Mexico and all that creepy shit, but was it you that told me that there was a trucker that got into an accident? And then... So he was a trucker, and every time he'd come back from his trips, he'd bring his wife, like he'd give her money or something, or something like that. And he had gone to an accident and died, and people like would drive on that road, and that if they pulled over or something, that the trucker would pull up behind him and be like, hey, like I can't make it home. My wife lives over here. Can you take this money to her?
oh,
And a bunch of people would go to her house with money, like they got actual money from this guy, and was like, hey, your husband wanted me to give you this money. He couldn't make it home today, and she's like, he's passed, like he's dead, and like it kept happening. To the
That's
point where
scary.
she moved. Who told me this story? Oh, I know. One of my cousins told me because he's all into like that shit. He has some stories too where like shit happens at his house. He lives over there in like on 8th Street.
Okay,
He lives,
yeah.
and he's like, dude, he's like, I believe in that shit, and he's like, I have some ghosts in my house, I'm pretty sure. But no, he was telling me, and then he was saying that even once the lady moved, somehow, some way, people still found out where she lived, and they weren't like weird about it. They're just like, hey, like your husband said he couldn't come by, the trucker, and he wanted me to give you this money.
like it's kind of like, oh, like
Yeah, and she was like,
that's
he was
crazy.
like, it was actual money. Like, I was like, what the fuck? But like, dude, like Mexico has so many urban legends.
Yeah,
It's so
dude,
funny.
it
We went from
does.
Kourtney Kardashian to this.
oh, I know. I mean,
I love this shit. It's just so interesting.
that's
to me.
legit our podcast though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, just that, like, the Rumorosa, which is the same mountain range as when you're going to San Diego. So that mountain range, you know, when you're coming up
Yeah,
and
yeah,
down, when you're going up the mountains to go to San Diego.
Oh,
so that's
is it passing by the Golden Acorn?
Yeah. So those mountains, it's the same ones that you would get in Mexico, but on Mexico side, a whole bunch of things like have happened there. I guess my dad told me the story that one of his friends says that they were on that road, they were coming, and that he says that it was him and then his compadre, and that his compadre was like praying, and like he didn't want to ask because he was like, oh well, maybe I'll see you later.
Yeah.
So they said that like when they got to the location, he's like, hey, like what's wrong? Why were you praying? He's like, compadre, like I didn't want to tell you, but like someone was following us, like someone was like flying behind us. Like they said it was a witch. So witches are really big in fucking Mexico, like huge, like
yeah.
So over there in La Rumorosa, witches, they said that they've seen UFOs, like ghosts, like following you, like apparitions, because a lot of people have died on those roads. That specifically, like I've seen.
Is it a sharp curved road? Like a sharp turn?
dude. It's
yeah,
like,
a lot of people die there.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I've heard of that one.
So
yeah.
It's crazy because I've seen it too when I've driven there, and like if you look on the side of the road, you see literal tankers. like tankers and cars still down at the bottom of the road because they just can't get them or they just don't get them. Dude, like that. I mean, I don't know how it is now, but this was probably like 10 years ago that I remember. I remember like clearly seeing like cars down there. I'm like, oh fuck, dude, that's scary. So yeah, I mean, if it is haunted and you do believe in that stuff, then yeah, probably there's probably a lot of spirits just down there.
Yeah. Dang, that's crazy. No, going back to the witch thing, I don't know if you remember this, and I know this was a thing because a lot of people have told me they also watched it. If you guys go add stuff on the pod, not a big deal. I did an episode where I was talking with someone and we were talking about things like this too. Do you remember? Because I was talking about how fucking Mexico news is insane. They show like haunted shit, like demonic shit and like exorcisms. Like they show on their news. Like it'd be like a fucking
Impacto.
CNN. Yeah. Oh, Premier Impacto is a big one. Fucking. Yeah. But no, so I remember when I was little, my grandma used to watch it at night, and they showed one where like, this girl was getting like she kept like getting pulled into the basement like anytime she got close to the door. But there was one, where and I thought it was fucking crazy, but they showed a witch flying across the moon.
Yeah,
and
the moon,
or it was like in the mountains. There was like mountains and it was above it.
Yeah,
I don't know why I just imagined
it's like slowly, right? It's like
and everyone's recording like and like, but dude, I remember seeing that and I was like, okay, come on, like, because I've always thought like ghosts, okay, maybe yeah, UFOs, okay, maybe yeah, but like things for me that I'm like, there's no way, like Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, witches. I'm like, okay, witches and goblins and shit, what the fuck? But yeah, I remember seeing that and I was like, this is crazy. Like these all these people think they see a witch. But when we talked about it in my comments on YouTube, like people were like, yo, I remember seeing that when I was little too. Like that was a thing. Because I was like, I don't know if it was, because dude, I had these things where I don't know if it was like real or if it was a dream I had.
So I guess kind of changing the topic, but kind of not changing the topic because it is on like mystical creatures. When I was younger, and my parents, like even like people that were there can like remember this, we would always have like backyard bonfires. And I remember it was close to Christmas time. And I remember, or maybe it was New Year's, like after Christmas. But I remember clearly, and it's going to sound fucking stupid. Everyone's gonna be like, this idiot. I remember clearly seeing like something like fly, and it, for my eyes, I remember seeing like a reindeer with Santa Claus or something dragging something like that. And then like I was like looking, I'm like, look, mom, like that, and like they said that they looked up and they're like, what the fuck, like, you know, like they've told me like we're the ones that put your gifts under the tree. You know?
You figured out, yeah.
But I was really young, so they were like even like really shocked to see something like flying up in the air. Like still to this day, they don't know what it is.
Wow.
So I'm like, is fucking Santa Claus real? Like, I think that from that day, like when I was younger, and then my parents, like I remember bringing it up to them. They're like, yeah, we still don't know like what that was. Like I'm kind of to the point where I'm like, maybe there is something out there, but we just like, it's kind of like the movie Elf where no one believes in him, so he doesn't fucking do it anymore because he's like, why am I gonna work on this shit if you guys don't believe in me?
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, maybe, because dude, I remember to this day, like I remember him passing by the moon or the air. I was like, holy shit.
Say he, like if it's real.
I know.
I still, dude, like that's some, like legit. I'd have to fucking see it and I'd be like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
But no, no, that is crazy.
But I'm like, do I really want to see a fucking witch?
I don't even. Well, so like,
and I'm pretty sure they don't look like witches in the movies,
like with warts and shit. They probably just like girls, but they're just like they do weird shit.
Because even to this day, like in Mexico, they do they do
How old are we?
Black magic and white magic.
Well, that's racist.
Good and bad magic. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Colored magic and non-colored magic.
Because even I learned this in history class. Mexico were the first people to use medicine. Like they were the first countries to use medicine,
like to heal, like Tylenol.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Tylenol, well, not Tylenol specifically, but medicine in the way that they would combine herbs and spices and all this shit, and they would give it to you so you can feel better. So I'm like, oh shit, like, and they were the first ones to like cure something. They were the first ones also to do,
and those are like
brain surgery.
Those are what like witches do, right? Like
exactly,
they make
exactly.
potions and shit.
So that's what I mean, and like I know people that their families, especially like grandmas and stuff, like do magic from Mexico.
Oh, well, so like for you guys that live in Yuma, I want to say it's over there, like where the fairgrounds are.
Yeah.
There's so in that area, and I could be wrong because my whole fucking compass in my head is all fucked up. But in that area, there's the fairgrounds, and then what's the middle school? Is there a middle school back there?
Yes, but I forgot what it
Okay,
is.
so whatever. There's a school.
Yuma Lutheran, isn't it? It's like a
No. It's Is it Palo Verde? I don't know. Okay, so we're like
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, I know.
there's a
what you're
school.
talking about.
Anyways, so in that area or like around that area, there's little condos, and then there's if you go past those condos, you go like at one point you end up like in like there's just like dirt roads. So we the only reason I know this because we used to live in those condos, and someone would tell me that down that road there's like it looks like woodsy areas, and that you can go if you go into those woods, there's a house in there, and that people would say that witches live there.
Huh.
The house for sure is real. Like I have a lot of friends or like family members that like they're like, yeah, we used to ride like my Theo's like golf cart back there, and we'd run up to the front door and like try to like scare people. But like supposedly like witches live there, like and that's where they live now. So if you guys know, like I'm saying it so fucking loosely and wrong, but I have to ask the people I remember. But yeah. And like the people I know, they're like, no, I went there. Like I've seen the house. Like it's there.
What, dude? And I know. And there's so many like urban legends. I feel like anywhere.
Yeah.
Like anywhere you go.
Yeah.
Like,
every town has their own little.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like especially the smaller cities because like L.A. probably has one, but they're like, but the house is like 300 miles that way. Like
yeah.
It's like Yuma is like, oh no, the house is like right up the street. Like, but yeah, dude. So I mean, I don't know if you know this one. The story of the devil in San Luis.
Yeah, but that's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
In Mexico mainly. But yeah, you're talking about the one where like they go to a dance and everything catches on fire, and then the girl realizes they're floating.
Yeah,
and they look down and he has like goat feet.
Goat feet.
Yeah, that I heard that one a lot. But like, dude, I just the other day on TikTok, someone was talking about that story, and they were like, oh, but it happens here, it happens over there, it happens in Brazil. Like that's like a thing that just goes passed around, like an urban legend.
Yeah, exactly.
But supposedly, like there's a an actual like burnt down building that like no, this is where it originated from. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know.
And the rumor is, I remember my dad told me this story. He's like, rumor is that the girl is in a psych ward here in Yuma.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. So,
and I also heard that they made that because if I'm not mistaken, it's like the Yorona. Everyone has like it's like real similar, but some things are different.
Yeah.
So like I heard with that one with the devil and stuff is that that she asked her parents if she go out to this dance and they so that's when you heard and they said no, and then she went anyways and all that stuff happened, and then
moral of the story
was like you should listen to your parents. Like if they say you can't go, like that's what she gets for going out. Yeah, okay, so then but I've also heard that she was just someone that wasn't very popular, and that she was driving to the thing, and then when she got there that she met this really amazing looking guy. He was fucking like the most handsome man she ever met. Everyone also thought that, and he only wanted to dance with her.
Yeah.
And I don't know, everyone's different. Every little thing's like little tweaks.
That's so funny. I know.
What about Yorona? Do you believe in that?
I was about to tell you that, but have you seen the TikTok? He's like, we're gonna talk about urban legend and East Story. Now we're gonna talk about La Reina. He like completely butchers the name.
Oh yeah. A lot of people fuck it up like that.
And then a white guy was like, "Even I know it's La Yorona, pendejo." Like, dude, it was so funny, dude. But I remember a comedian saying, "Why is there so many?" Oh, it's a door opening. I know.
My face probably turned white. Ugh.
That he's like, how is there La Yorona everywhere? Like he's like, you go to Argentina, you hear La Llorona. You go to Spain, you hear La Llorona. You go to Mexico, you hear. He's like, how the hell does our passport look like?
Stamps and shit everywhere.
Just like, God damn it! It's like they're talking about me again. And then Mexico, you got a really big myth, which is La Chupacabra.
Yeah,
but that one like was more confirmed too that the Mexican government made that up because it was during the time that they fucking like screwed everybody over out of like millions and billions of dollars.
So they blamed this fucking chupacabra?
No. So they like, made up this mythical tale about La Chupacabra to like for the news to like be focused on that.
Oh, it's like how they do nowadays.
Huh?
Like how we do nowadays with stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So they try to hide it with like news, like, oh my God, a monster's out here, and like trying to scare everybody so they can all kind of like, ooh, what's happening over there? Like,
yeah.
Dude, yeah, but that one's more confirmed, but
no, yeah, because hasn't there been like pictures of like things that are like, oh look, it's like
the chupacabra. But yeah, people have confirmed it. They're like, it's not a deformed dog. It's like it's this type of dog. It's just naked. It doesn't have hair and things.
Oh yeah, dude, those hairless dogs look fucking gross.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so they're like, that's what it is. It's not. It's like a wolf and it eats meat. Like it's because they were eating the cows or something like that.
Oh, okay. Have you ever heard of skinwalkers?
Yeah,
dude. Those are. So that's another thing on TikTok. Those are real big.
Yeah.
There's this cowboy dude I follow that's like out on a ranch, and that it's like midday, and he'll be like, he was most of his videos are him riding his horse, and they're trotting along this road, and to the left of them is like the fields. And he's like, we were just, trotting along, and then he's like, and then you hear something like, help me. So if you guys don't know, skinwalkers are pretty much, I don't know exactly what the origin of them is. Like, I don't know like what their normal form is, but they take form of a human being. So they do a lot, like they'll do, like if you see them out in public, it looks like a human being, but then they'll start walking on all fours or some shit, right?
I know they're Native American, like
Native American, like Indians, like that's like a real big thing for them. And then, I mean, we have the reservation, which is close by where my parents fucking live.
Yeah, and I know they're like demons, and they just take your skin, or they take your spirit or whatever.
Yeah, and so they take form of people. So like they try to get help from you, and then they fucking take you when you get close to them. But no, yeah. So
I hear they take the form of kids a lot. That you hear kids crying.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like in this video, it's the fields like tall stockings of like corn and shit. So you just hear in there like, help me, like I need help. And then
fuck that.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy. I actually saw one recently. I don't know if it's real or not, but it was this guy coming out. He looked like a homeless person, but he was just wearing he had just underwear on. And this guy's driving on this road, and he sees someone on the side of the road, and he's like, "Sir, are you okay? You need help?" And he's like, "Oh, I need help. I'm lost." And he like starts walking out of the woods. And then he gets on all fours and starts crawling up to the car, and the guy just fucking takes off like, sir. Dude, I'm like, fuck, I don't know, but that like, dude, there's so much in like, I've always thought about this. So like, we watch movies, right? This is just an idea. What if movies were made obviously for entertainment, but what if they were made to be like, this is all fake, this is all just movie, like. To blind us, like to be like, if you see it in real life, or if you ever see it, you're like, that's just in movies. That would never happen. So like, we're just so fixed on like, oh, that would never happen. That's a movie thing. That like movies have made it such of like a fiction thing. Fiction is like fake, right?
Yeah.
That when we see it in real life, it's like, oh, there's no way that's real.
Fiction is real. Nonfiction is fake.
Okay,
nonfiction. Yeah,
nonfiction is true. Yeah, which I don't get why there's fiction and nonfiction. Why can't you say fiction and then like real life? Like why the fuck? Yeah. That's like saying fucking black and then not black, like just black or whatever.
Yeah,
but yeah. So like I don't know. I always thought that like maybe like there's movies about aliens. Like oh man, that's so crazy. That would never happen. And so when we see it, it's like okay, that's not real. That's just a movie thing.
I kind of think about that. It's like how do these people who like in the 16 through 1500s or whatever, or even later, write about like dragons.
Mm-hmm. Well, like, isn't that proof that was real?
Well, that's what I mean. So like
dinosaurs, everything.
Well, still to this day, like they're like, well, no dragon. There's nothing that was a dragon. There's things similar, but there was no dragons.
Like blue fly. But see,
I'm like thinking, well, and then we kind of go back to our own. Like we talked about this in another podcast. How like everything they write in these stories or whatever, we don't know. Like we can't confirm. We can never confirm history. Like. Yeah, like up to the point where there's video cameras, of course.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking like, because like one of the things we talked about was like someone, obviously it's a story passed on.
Yeah, exactly.
So
exactly.
Yeah, but I feel like it's one of those things where like this old guy was just chilling by a fire with like this younger guy, and he's like, "Tell me the story about the dragons that they see," and the guy just like just to entertain, he's like, yeah, there's fucking dragons, and like, oh yeah, they blew fire out their mouth, like just to shut them up, and that just carried on. Like, wasn't that one fucking guy like too lazy to be like, dude, it's not real. Like he didn't want to explain all that. So
like for the people that don't think the Holocaust is real, like it's like, come on,
that's fucking weird.
Yeah, it's like there's pictures, there's evidence.
I've heard that
everything.
There's survivors.
Exactly.
The tattoos on them, like me, like
exactly.
I have the fucking Holocaust tattoo.
No,
but no, like I didn't even know that was a thing. Like I heard so many comedians make jokes about it. That's why that one time I told you like Andy has a scoop, you know, he proved this, he proved ghosts, or proved this, or proved the Holocaust was real. Like, because it's an ongoing joke, and I didn't realize. I did some research, and yeah, there's people that are like, it was fake, it never happens. Like, how the fuck? Like,
yeah,
that's like saying like World War I and World War II never happens. Like,
exactly,
it fucking our world, like it did. Like, there's tons of evidence. There's 100% proof. But
dude, I know. It's just that's what I mean. Like, but like before there was cameras and all this shit, like we can't confirm anything.
Yeah.
Like,
That's very true.
Like that's what's crazy about all these stories, and it just goes back to everything we've just been talking about. Everything's conspiracy theories, but like now, luckily, we have iPhones, cameras where we capture these things, and we're like, oh shit, all these things have been here. It's just we just never seen them.
You know what's fucked up too is so like you know how like you see like footage and it's like looks like it was fucking filmed on a rock or something like super shitty.
Yeah.
Like the quality's really shitty. Sometimes there's video and it's like super crisp, clean, and it looks like UFOs and shit, and everyone in the comments like, oh, that's fake, it's edited.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it looks so good, and it's like,
yeah.
So if you see a fucked up one, you're like, I can't really tell because the camera footage is terrible. But if you see something that's really 4K, it's like, oh, that's probably fake. They probably edited it. It's like, oh, or it's real, and like we're showing you, and we're putting it in your face, and you're still like, nah, I don't believe it. Because I see some shit. Like I saw this guy was on a hike, and he recorded like what looked like a UFO, and it looked like a triangle. It literally looked like this. There's nothing in the middle. It was just like this with like lights up and down, and it flew over him and like just kind of chilled a little bit and then kind of took off. And it looked 100% CGI edited, but I'm like what if that's the point? Like what if it's so fucking like we got these badass phones now?
Yeah.
It's like we see that it's like, oh, it's not real. It's a way too clear of a picture to see.
The government's like, they're not gonna believe this.
No,
one.
The government's like, we don't even have to do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
They did it all for us.
They're like fucking nerd.
Yeah, like I mean, if
they probably the one that comments.
Yeah,
they're like, this is fake.
They're like, that's not
God.
real. That's fucking.
This looks too real.
This looks too real. It's because it is fucking real. The guy recording like, it did happen. I was there. I fucking saw it. Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's so funny. But yeah,
because I mean, there's a lot of things that happen where like a whole fucking town will be like, yeah, we saw it, and everyone's like, that town's crazy. Like
Phoenix.
Fucking 4,000 people saw it.
Phoenix.
Oh, the lights in the sky.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That one was in Signs.
Yeah, dude. There's
a lot of footage in Signs was like actual footage from UFOs and shit.
Yeah,
and
that's what I mean. There
one
was
in New
thousands
Mexico
of people like that were like, yeah, we saw a big giant triangular thing with lights. The government was like, no, we weren't flying anything, and it's just like, dude, like, what else could it be?
Exactly. And I remember one time when I was little. We were at my grandma's all playing outside like at night, and it looked creepy, but it ended up being the SpaceX launch. I don't know if you ever remember that.
Oh, dude,
it was it was nighttime, and it was like this like spiral like cloud, but it was like purplish green, and you could see like a bright light like that was it was making, and everyone was like. And like literally, I looked at it and I was like, "Wait, we all see this, right?" And everyone's like, "Yeah." And then sure enough, you find out SpaceX had launched like for the first time.
And that was during the time that North Korea was really threatening us.
Yeah, the bombs
with nuclear bombs.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, I was on leave around that time, so it was right before we went to Korea. So yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, because I remember like it was huge. Like, oh yeah, World War III is about to start. Like they're threatening us with nuclear bombs. And everybody saw it. I was like, oh shit.
Wait, do we need to take a break?
No, we can keep going.
Oh, okay. You want to do the 30-minute? I think we should do the 30-minute and take a break. Just
okay, but cool. So
what are we at right now?
We're at like 30 minutes.
Okay, let's take a break.
Okay, cool. So I guess we'll be right back. I guess we'll just keep talking about conspiracy theories because I have one more.
Oh, okay. I have some stuff too. So.
Cool.
Dude,
okay, cool.
I fucking love it.
Yeah, this is just a conspiracy theory podcast today. All right, cool. We'll be right back.
We're gonna get shut down.
Yeah, I know. And we're back with the Conspiracy Cast.
I like what you did there.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Dude, this conversation was getting... We had a different plan for this episode.
Very different.
But somehow we just wandered off in this, and we hope you guys like this, because stuff like this is really interesting to me. Mm-hmm. Just because one... Like I said, it's crazy. Like these things, we're like, that's insane. That would never happen. But it's crazy to think that maybe it could. Maybe it is possible. Yeah. And like... we're fed like, no, that's not real. That's just a movie thing. So we're like, oh, okay. Right? Yeah, I record.
Okay, cool. I'm like,
we need a mirror back there so we can see it. Know. But no, so like shit like this is very interesting. Like, dude, I get caught so many times in these rabbit holes.
Oh yeah, always.
I'll watch fucking conspiracy videos. And like sometimes I get so deep, I'm like, I start to like, my mind starts to be like, maybe this could be like, I'm sounding stupid.
Maybe we are living in the Matrix.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, like the whole thing that like that we're living in a simulation.
Yeah.
Because like people say like, man, these VRs get real. Like they like when these video games like these VRs.
Yeah.
They become real. Like you really think you're in there. Like, what if that's us in life right now?
Dude, fuck. I don't even want to think about that one.
Oh, I know, dude. Like
I think it's just too much for our brains.
Yeah. Like, dude, I watched a little documentary on YouTube about people that really believe that the Earth is flat, and like I started being like, maybe the Earth is flat. And I was like, what am I doing? Like, no, it's not.
Stop.
So what are you doing?
Well, and then we were talking about this at Marley's uncle's house. That maybe, what if the Earth is flat, but all the pictures that they've shown us, like, they're all fake.
I mean, yeah. I mean, okay, let's get into one conspiracy that I think is kind of crazy, and I don't know if it's true or not, but about the moon landing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Is that do you know anything about that? Like, have you done research on that?
I just know that it was Alfred Hitchcock, right?
What?
No.
What are you talking about?
What was the director that they thought filmed the moon landing? There was like a really famous director at the time that they told him, like,
it wasn't Steven Spielberg?
No. This is way before his time.
Way before his time. Oh.
Yeah. Well, not way before, but it was before his time that they told him, like, hey, like,
Was it Orson Welles?
No, here, I'll
No,
look it
that
up right
was
now. But they say that he actually helped record the moon landing, and watch who.
And because he's really good at editing movies, like he was able to fix that, right? So what we're talking about, if you guys don't know, because
I know we kind of just jump
sometimes
into it.
sometimes we have to realize, like, there's people that are like, what are they talking about? So there's like a big group of people that say that the moon landing was fake. Neil Armstrong landing on the moon was all fake. The main reason we faked it was because there was the space race.
Yep.
It was us and Russia, right?
We wanted to be the first ones.
We wanted to be the first ones. They wanted to be the first ones to be the first country on the moon. And so instead of us, we didn't have, I guess, the demand, or we didn't have the knowledge or the fucking, what is it, like electronics, whatever, to get up there. So we faked it by filming a scene that was as if we were on the moon. And so people were saying that we only did that so we could be like, okay, we were the first ones on the moon.
Yeah,
Russia.
exactly.
And so,
okay, it was Stanley Kubrick.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah,
okay, I thought it was a real well-known name, but at the time it was.
I mean, he's still to this day like.
But yeah, so like one of the main things I know was like one of the things they pointed out was the fact that the flag was waving, and that if it's on the moon, that technically there's no air, so it shouldn't have been waving. So
another one, like when he falls, like he gets up so like unnaturally.
Well,
like,
he gets up quick, right?
Yeah,
compared to
exactly.
the zero gravity.
Yeah, so there's just so many things that I'm just like, huh. Like I do see those videos, and like at one point sometimes you see like strings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, maybe.
Yeah.
But the thing that I find weird about all that is that we don't know how to go back to the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Like with all the technology we have now, how can we not go to the moon? We're even talking about going to Mars, but we can't go to the moon.
Someone was saying, I don't know if it's true, but back in that time, like when they did the whole moon thing, like the moon landing, that the technology they had at that time was similar to the technology we have in our phones. Have you heard that?
I guess it makes sense.
Pretty much saying, like, pretty much comparing, like, with just the technology in our phones, that's what they use to get up to the moon. And now with all our technology, we're way ahead of time and we can't go to the moon.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like, how is that even possible?
And and Russia did try it even after us. Was it the Sputnik or whatever? And it blew up, right? Or something happened?
I don't know about
it. Was a failed mission.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
But they did go to the moon. There's been like, I think China's been to the moon, Russia's been to the moon. But all after us, of course.
That's such an American thing, though. to be like, no, yeah, we did that. We did that. Yeah, we did it first.
Well, exactly. So that's why we were the first ones. It was the space race that we were the first ones to go. We landed July 19th, 1969. So, like, it was like, but now we can't go. But then there's also those conspiracy theories that it's a base, that it's a UFO. The moon.
The moon.
Sorry.
Well, the moon's a whole fucking spaceship, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that what Star Wars is based off? What's it called?
Death Star.
Death Star, yeah. So it's pretty, yeah.
Well, yeah, and then like even like going back to like the alien talk, Buzz Aldrin has talked about aliens like that.
Oh yeah,
yeah, they saw aliens and like.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys go check out, like, Joe Rogan has a few Air Force fighter pilots that were like, no, like, we were up in the air and something flew next to us and it didn't look like it was anything of anything we've made.
Yeah, it
went from 0 to 1,000 in like a millisecond. Like it had crazy. Same thing. Oh, what's the guy's name?
Bob Lazar.
Yeah, dude, that was an insane podcast.
Yeah.
I've listened to that thing, like, it's like a 3-hour podcast, that episode, him and Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
I listened to it like probably 2 or 3 times, and there's a documentary on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I'm surprised he's not dead by now, but like he had multiple times where the FBI raided his house. because supposedly he stole like or I don't know if he stole, but he has a piece from a UFO, like that something that we could never make. He said that the motor in like he had walked by an area where they were working on a UFO, like a spaceship, little small one.
He worked on the propulsion, like of the engine.
Yeah, and he was like, it's something we could never make. I want to go home tonight and watch it. I want to get drunk and watch it. But and so yeah, he like took it home and he was like, this is something we can never create. Like he's like I've tried so many times to create this and like I can't. Like some of the smartest people in the fucking world can't create this. Like it's fucking insane.
And I think it's crazy that he says that Area 51 isn't even like the top secret base. That it's.
Well, I've always thought that though.
Section 14. Yeah, exactly.
I've always thought that. Like I'm like, okay, so even like once, okay, maybe at one point Area 51 was it, but then once all this publicity came about it and everyone's like, we need to storm Area 51. They're like, let's let them think it's over there and let's fucking put it over here in fucking Yuma. You know?
Well, he worked there from 1989 to like 1990 or 1991. Mm-hmm. So he didn't work there that long, but they've also tried to discredit him in the way that they erased all his school like history. And the thing that I thought was crazy, like he technically didn't go to this school, never got a degree or whatever. The only way he proved that he did go to school and he had a degree was he went to the like records department. He went through every single file and he found one piece of newspaper that said he won an award for
a science project,
a science project,
science fair or something. Yeah.
So they're like, here you go. This is my proof that I went here and that they deleted everything. Mm-hmm. So I'm like,
which is totally possible.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like anyone that ever, if I'm not mistaken, like it's not movie, it's fucking fact. Like anyone that ever joins like the CIA, they can wipe that record just to Blackwater. We sound fucking crazy.
We probably are.
But and then like anyone that is like in the military,
this is why we don't drink.
Yeah. People that like join what is it called? Delta Force.
Oh, okay.
Dude, they're so under the radar. They're not in the record system. Like it's fucking crazy. So it's possible. That is a thing that they can easily do. So it's like, yeah, like once he said that, it's like, okay, that's a possibility. Like, they could easily wiped all his shit to prove like he never had all these credits. Like where he like, he almost was like not a person. Like like he never was born.
And like I think DEA agents, ATF, like they can't have any sort of social media.
Yeah.
They can't like talk through social media, so it's just talk through text.
Yeah. I mean, I was trying to go on that path, but once I heard about all that stuff, I was like, that's kind of who I am. Like, not like I need social media, but like I know the type of person I am. I wanted to do, comedy, like stand up. I wanted to do podcasts. I wanted to be out. I wanted to be public. So I was like, oh, that's not where I want to be.
Yeah. And like so I'm going to kind of go to like another story, which is funny. But at one point I remember, so they called me into the office one time. This was in high school. Mm-hmm. And they called me into the office because the police officers wanted to talk to me. There was like two detectives, the school police officer and then a regular police officer. And like they brought me into the office. I'm like, what's up? They're like, hey, like, do you know this guy? And they showed me a picture and I did know him and I knew him from somewhere. And they're like, I think in their mind, they're like, okay, we got him, because they showed me, they're like, oh, do you know this guy? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, when's the last time you saw him? I'm like, I don't know, probably like years ago. Like, I don't know. They're like, oh, you didn't hang out with him? I'm like, no, like, blah, blah, blah. So I guess, and I told my dad, like, later on, like, oh, no. And then they're like, oh, like, what kind of things are you into? I'm like, oh, well, I make YouTube videos. Mm-hmm. And so they're like, really? And they're like, yeah. Like, they're like, well, show us, like, to see, I guess, to prove that I do. And we were in the police officer, like, in the office, like, watching videos. And
that'd be funny if you're like, this is my favorite one.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, showing funny.
So, no, but he had it on his computer, and we were watching, and, like, they were, like, laughing. And, like, I was like, this is cool. And, like, later on, I told my dad, I'm like, hey, like, they brought me into the office. The police were talking to me. He's like, why? He's like, well, they were just asking me questions. They didn't tell me why. So he went to the school, and he's like, hey, like, what the fuck? Like, you guys talked to my kid. You guys didn't tell me. Yeah, exactly. And I guess they're like, hey, like, we were just talking to him because that person who they showed had broken into houses around the area. And when they showed me the picture, they're like, oh, and I said, yeah, I knew him. They're like, okay, we got him. And then because I guess he described his accomplice as me. Like, he's like, yeah, it's a guy named like Andrew something. And then he goes to Cibola. He's like this high, blah, blah, blah. He described me. So they're like, oh, okay. So they like put it down to like me and like 5 other guys or whatever.
Holy shit.
And they got me. And then once they found out that I'm like, oh, you know him, they're like, oh, okay, we got him. And yeah, so but they're like, but once we started talking to him, once we found out like who he was, and he makes videos, like we knew this guy wasn't it. Like, like come on, this guy's a nerd.
Yeah, he's like a loser. He would never do this.
Yeah, so I thought that was so funny. I know it's super off topic, but it was funny because
The cop was like, "No, it's not him," and you're like, "What?" He's like, "Oh, nothing. Keep going."
like shows his name
Keep
as
going,
video.
loser.
Yeah, exactly. No, dude, but yeah, and yeah, like with the whole DA and like CIA and all this shit, like I would have to delete everything. We would have to delete all these podcasts.
Yeah, it's very true.
We're
We're probably gonna have to delete this episode. So as soon as it comes out, you better fucking watch it.
For
so if you're watching it right
reals.
now, you better watch it all the way through because you don't know. Next week, when you have time, might not be there.
You're gonna be scrolling and it's gonna be like episode 14, 15, 17.
17. Where's
16?
16? Where's
Like-
the conspiracy one?
I was like halfway done. They were just talking about aliens. Like,
Yeah. You know what? Okay, so real quick, there's a what's his name? Anyways, there's this comedian and he has this podcast and they had brought on Alex
Jones.
Jones,
Mm-hmm.
and so
That
he's
guy's
banned
crazy.
from like everything.
Oh yeah.
So his
yeah.
show got, but he still does his own thing. Obviously, I don't know where he does it, but he still has his own little conspiracy show that he does. And so, anyone that's ever had Alex Jones on their podcast, that gets deleted automatically.
Really?
Yeah. So the what's his name? Fuck, he's a famous comedian. He was on Guy Code.
You okay?
He's an.
It's not Charlemagne God. It's
no,
not-
white guy, New York, big nose. Alex? No, Andrew
Schultz?
Andrew Schultz.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Flagrant 2. That's what it's called. They had Alex Jones on the podcast, and I listened to it, and then the next podcast, they were like, hey, like, if you guys are trying to look for the Alex Jones podcast, something happened. We don't know if it's because he talked about conspiracies or because of who he is, but it got deleted. Like, we can't
That's
find
crazy.
the footage. Yeah, it was crazy. They're like, in the one episode that we didn't save anywhere else other than when we posted it, we can't repost it, so they never reposted it. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so so stuff like that. So that's true. Like government watches your shit, and like if they don't like what you're putting out, they're gonna like that's not allowed. So they're gonna delete it.
I think this is the last one because I guess it kind of goes into yours because we've already been talking for like an hour now.
Dude, let's just keep it going.
Yeah,
I
so
love this shit.
So Alex Jones, I don't know if you've ever heard about the Bohemian Grove. So the Bohemian Grove,
He was there.
he snuck into.
He snuck in, yeah,
because they thought he was part of it. They're like, oh yeah, come
First
in.
off, explain what Bohemian Grove.
Okay, so Bohemian Grove is rumors, of course. Well, more confirmed now.
No, we're
is-
confirming that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. That
This is not a conspiracy. This is real life.
it's like governors, presidents,
all
there's-
the most wealthiest people you could think
In the
of,
world,
the
like-
most famous people, celebrities, actors, they're part of this.
yeah.
So they say.
They meet up in the woods in California. Like by,
First off, that's real. That's already approved.
Yeah.
That's a thing that actually happens. Like senators, president, these real famous, like real wealthy people. That's a real thing. They do meet up. With
Yeah.
the things that happen there, we don't know.
So, but
the
until Alex
conspiracy,
Jones-
the conspiracy is what happens there. So go ahead.
Yeah. So Alex Jones went into there and like he snuck in, and he got people like in robes, and he took video of like the big owl statue that they sacrifice
Like
people
worship,
at.
yeah. Babies.
Yeah, and worship, and yeah, they sacrifice and like, but yeah. So this guy, like, as crazy as he is, because he has said a lot of like, okay, what is it if frogs are gay or something like that? He says something like,
On the best is on Joe Rogan's where he was like, I forgot what he says, but he says something and he's like, I don't know if he says something like, I know I'm crazy. He's like, I might be retarded. I don't know. He's like, I forgot. I have to find the thing, but he says something, and Joe Rogan like laughs his ass off because he's like, I know I sound crazy. He's like, I'm probably retarded, but like I don't know why I said this, but I'm probably retarded. Something like that, like something like to be like really dumb about it, and like Joe Rogan just laughs so hard, but it's so funny. But anyways, go ahead.
but yeah, I think that's the only thing that I'm just like, oh shit, like you actually went into there, got video, like snuck a camera, because they take
Yeah.
away everything.
Oh yeah. Supposedly there's no proof of it. But yeah, so like supposedly like these real wealthy people, they go there and they have these crazy fancy dinners and they sacrifice like children or babies or whatever. And what is it? It's like to keep their wealth going. Like
Yeah,
that's what
to
they
keep
do.
their wealth and their to
Good
keep
looks.
looking young. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean same thing with like Hillary Clinton and now they're bringing in J-Lo, fucking Chrissy Teigen. That supposedly they sacrifice babies. That's why they look so young at such an old age.
yeah.
But dude, honestly, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I just got this new job, and everyone there, I've asked them, they asked me like, how old are you? And I'm like, how old do you think I am? A lot of people think I'm like fucking 22, 21, 23, 24. I'm 28 years old, and they're like, holy shit, like you look good. So I'm like, that's just proof. Like maybe these people aren't sacrificing kids, or they're not drinking baby blood, like, or they're not eating babies. Maybe they just they aged well.
Yeah.
Like fine wine. You know what I'm saying? I told me and my girl, we were thinking that. Like maybe we age like fine wine.
We're just getting better with looks.
Exactly. Because, dude, I could look back in
Getting
pictures
better
when I
with
was
age. Not getting better. Getting better
that
with
too.
age.
But I look back in pictures when I was in high school. And I was like, I look like shit. Like my nose don't fit my face. My nose was huge and my face was small. My ears were big. Like, and I'm finally I'm finally filling it in. And I'm like, maybe I just get better with age. But so I watched that. And I'm like, that's all it is. Like these people, they just got better as they got older.
Well, and so like it kind of goes back to like all this like secret societies and everything.
Yeah.
Because I think George W. Bush, he said he was part of the younger, both of them actually.
Oh, George
They're
W.
both
Bush, okay, Junior. Yes.
The Cross and Bones Society, like in their universities, there was like a secret society that they were part of.
You never seen that movie?
The
Bone. It's with
Dead
Paul
Poets
Walker.
Society. No, yeah.
It's Paul
that
Walker. I don't know the other guy's name.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Skull.
Skull and Bones.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I thought so.
Skull. No,
the
it's
Skull
not Skull and
Society,
Bones.
isn't it?
Something Society.
Yeah.
You might be right. But no, and that's pretty much what they talk about. Like in college, there's like a secret society that you're fucking. I want to watch. God damn.
That your dad comes into it and like you're pretty. It's money.
It's just Paul Walker. Yeah, and then look at his IMDb. Oh, you're on IMDb. Good job.
Walker. Who the fuck is that? Paul Walter.
That's a good one.
I know. Okay, and yeah, so they were confirmed to be. I'm just trying to get it, but they were confirmed that they were in this movie, and it was probably what, like the 80s?
No, 80s? No, 90s.
The Skulls. It's just called
The Skulls.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Skulls. So yeah, it's confirmed that they were part of it. So what's even crazier is back in the day with JFK, he actually had a very long speech. It was like 20, 30 minutes long about getting rid of secret societies.
Oh, so really? Public speech?
Like a public speech. And he says, like, we shouldn't have secrets from the government. We shouldn't have things like the NSA, CIA to keep secrets from us of things that they do. And then he starts talking about like the Federal Reserve, how the Federal Reserve isn't even like government like owned.
And this goes into like why he was assassinated probably?
Yeah, so it's that big conspiracy that he was assassinated because he was trying to get rid of the CIA, NSA, and the Federal Reserve. And he was trying to give the power to make money and hold the dollar, the value of the dollar, to the government and not to this privately owned facility.
Oh. Well, so I just recently, crazy we're talking about this, but I was just listening to a podcast and they were talking about JFK and his brother were part of the, not part of, but they were somehow like with the mob.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's that one.
So
too.
the other conspiracy is that JFK was murdered by the mob because so like and it's confirmed that his brother and I think him were somewhat involved. They this like mob boss was like, we're gonna vote for him because he's gonna help us out.
Yeah, he gave him a lot of promises.
Yeah, he's gonna get the feds off her back because he said he would and all this shit. And so somehow like a plan went wrong and that's why JFK was assassinated because from the mob. So all that shit too. But no, yeah, that one's fucking crazy too. It's just crazy that like someone as big as the fucking president would die and get assassinated, and we still don't fucking know who did it. Like, I mean, I feel like I keep burping.
I know.
God damn
these beers.
Ugh. But like he's such a huge. He's like the number one most well-known person.
It's like,
and somehow we can't find out that how he fucking died or who killed him.
Yeah, dude. And I always say that was the beginning of the conspiracy theories. Like just every conspiracy theory, because like that's when people started questioning like, wait, no, there was more than one shooter. And then there was like video evidence, and then there was like more people questioning it, because I don't remember anything before that time or reading anything before that time of a conspiracy theory. Because I think that like was legit what started conspiracy theories.
Speaking of JFK, you want to see a funny video?
What's the funny video?
It's probably not funny, but I think it's fucking funny. Oh fuck no! And it's a TikTok I found, and I wanted to send it to you. And it's probably not tasteful. So for everyone, if you post it up on here, then
I guess we'll see how it goes. And
be aware. But
we might just cut to the end where I'm just like, oh my gosh.
no. But is it? I'm sorry. Keep talking.
Let us know if you guys like these conspiracy talks, because it's kind of us just drinking and talking about conspiracy theories.
And I would love to do more of these if you guys like.
Yeah,
these.
and if you guys have some conspiracy theories that we didn't talk about, because we talked about a lot of them, and if you see some that you're like, wait, you guys should talk about this or research it, let us know. I would love to learn about other ones that I don't even know about, or if we got them wrong, like, which probably is more than likely.
Yeah, if you guys have more information on this stuff, like, dude, call us out. Like we're legit. We don't have fact checkers. This is all stuff on the top of our heads.
Like, yeah, my phone is literally recording the show. Like,
yeah. So, God damn it, where is it?
Damn, I guess. If someone could tell me why I burp so much when I drink beer,
it has to be the carbonation.
I was like, it's a simple ass solution.
Oh,
if not, I think we can just do our favorite segment of the show.
No, okay, it is.
Okay.
See me do my dance in these $1,000 pants. Don't disrespect me and my mans. Baby, whole lot of chops on your ass. Scram, $1,000 on your head. She snatch nigga, his mama to the bed.
Oh shit! Oh,
Dude,
that's bad.
Bam.
Bam. Hold on.
Do you want to post that?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Dude, at this point, it's one of those things. It's like 9/11. Like, it's been years. We can make jokes about it. You know.
I mean, yeah. Okay, we didn't make this video.
Yeah, we didn't make this video. No, I found it on TikTok, and I wanted to send it to you, but I was like, I'm gonna show them on the podcast.
Yeah, dude. Holy shit. Okay, we'll post it. If you saw it, if we didn't end up cutting it,
we're
there
gonna
you go.
fucking
Yeah,
post it.
dude. That show's funny. So at 55, it happens. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Do you want to do the favorite segment?
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, you have one
real
more.
quick. No, I mean, actually, yeah, I guess it could be. Did you see they're making a movie about that? So there's another conspiracy, the lizard people.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard that?
I haven't seen that. There's a movie about it.
Yeah, so they're making a movie about it. But it's like these people that are like pretty much conspiracy theorists, and they're like, no, this is real. We're gonna expose it. But no, so yeah, the lizard people. That's fucking weird. Have you know what I'm talking about?
I've seen some videos where like they're like
their eyes. Justin Bieber.
Yeah, Justin
where his
Bieber,
eyes, he blinks and his eyes go like
Beyonce, Obama, like all these people. That'd be crazy because
that one's like way out there.
Yeah, I mean, because then I think about it, I'm like, is it aliens? Is it just evolution that may have just caused some people to be lizards too? Like,
I don't even.
Is it lizards that just live amongst us that have babies and they're just like, well, you're a lizard now?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just too much for me. I'm scared now. We probably shouldn't post this episode.
Ooh, I know. If we get murdered, you guys know why.
For real.
Norton antivirus.
Huh?
Norton.
That's another conspiracy theory.
But it's not a conspiracy. We know.
Well, yeah.
Like I told you, he said it. He was like, "I'm feel fine. I'm not gonna commit suicide. If something happens to me, it wasn't me. It was the government." And then he dies.
Suicide. Yep.
So yeah, he committed suicide.
And then did you see that supposedly he had a hard drive with like 8 terabytes of information to expose people?
Mm-hmm. He was ready to. Yeah.
But do you know where it was at?
Mm-mm.
The rumor was that it was in the apartment complex that fell in Florida.
Yeah, So fuck yeah! If you guys know about that, in Florida there was an apartment complex, like 12 stories? I don't know how many stories.
It was huge.
And it just randomly one night there was a leak and it just came down. A lot of people died in that, and it was just fucking crazy. So
conspiracy was that he posted on Twitter. He's like, hey, if anything happens to me, there's a hard drive containing this much terabytes of information. It's at the corner of this and this at the apartment complex room, whatever. And then, so he died. And then that same week or whatever, the fucking apartment complex went down. And no one's going to realize a hard drive is missing, you know?
Yeah, it's very true. Yeah, they could get smashed up.
Yeah, well, maybe not smashed up, but if someone found it, just took it, no one would ever figure it out. Mm-hmm. So, more conspiracy theories.
Yeah, so, like you said, let us know in the comments on Instagram or on YouTube. If you guys want us to do more of these, I would more than love to get into this.
But you guys need to tell us some, because I feel like we've gone through a good amount of them, but...
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of skimmed through all of them.
Yeah, we can also. Yeah, if you want, we can have a full on episode about the whole just the moon thing alone or the JFK thing, just
true.
strictly on that. But yeah, so yeah,
I guess just let us know. Do you want to take a break or should we just go straight through?
you tell me. You edit this shit.
Let's just go straight through.
Let's do
I
it.
feel good. All right, so now everybody's favorite subject of question. Did you see the plane? Oh no, he's dying.
I got shot.
him. They got him.
Yeah, I saw that.
There's no.
I like the part when like I was like, oh wait, hold up, and then it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay. Do you have a question?
I do.
Okay, I do too.
Wait.
I think this is the first time we're prepared.
Fuck. Wait.
I guess let's play rock paper scissors.
Let's do it.
All right.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay.
Best out of 3?
Best out of 3. Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay.
Rock.
Jordan won.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay, I won.
1-1. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Damn. I won.
All right.
Okay, so do I go first?
You pick. You can go first. I can go first.
Go first, Jordan.
All right. So I've seen these a lot on Facebook, and I really like them. So I'm gonna say 4 very famous actors.
Okay.
And you have to pick one of them. It's one of those things where it's like you pick one and all the shit goes away. Everything they've ever made.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you. So there's Tom Cruise,
Okay.
Adam Sandler,
Okay.
Will Ferrell,
Okay.
and Dave Chappelle.
Ooh.
Dave Chappelle could be his comedy movies,
Yeah,
his
yeah,
show. So remember,
It'll just go away.
One of these you have to get rid of, and everything you've ever seen, any movie they've ever made, any movie they've ever been in, they never existed. So that movie never happened.
I think I'm going to have to say Will Ferrell.
Really?
Yeah. I love Dave Chappelle.
So there would never be an Old School. There would never be
Step Brothers. Step Brothers.
Step Brothers. There would never be Anchorman. There would never be Semi Pro.
I just
There would never be Night at the Roxbury.
Okay, so I can't get rid of Tom Cruise because
Obviously.
Man Crush Monday.
Okay.
Or Man Crush every day. I love Dave Chappelle because that's the reason I love skits and sketch comedy. It was really close between him and Adam Sandler, but I love Adam Sandler movies.
Oh, dude.
But I guess it's hard because I love old Adam Sandler movies and I love new Will Ferrell movies.
New as in
As in like Step Brothers and all these movies,
Okay,
like
okay.
Anchorman,
Mm-hmm.
things from this generation, you know. I think I'm still gonna stick with Will Ferrell.
Damn.
Yeah, I know.
What's the other one with him and Mark Wahlberg?
I do the other guys. That's such a good
Dude,
movie.
there's so many good movies.
Maybe it's Adam Sandler,
Dude,
but I love Waterboy and Happy Gilmore.
Waterboy, Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison,
Yeah.
50 First Dates, my probably number 1 favorite movie.
Yeah.
If I'm ever feeling depressed or I'm gonna kill
50
myself today,
First
I
Dates
watch
is
that
great.
movie and I'm like, no, I'm not. Like it's
What about you? Who do you get rid of?
Tom Cruise.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That hurt. I think this is the last podcast we're ever gonna do together. Top Gun though?
I set it up for you, so when you switch it on me, easily Top Cruise.
But Top Gun? That's like one of your favorite movies too.
Yeah, that's up there. But maybe I don't know. Maybe Mark Wahlberg could have done it, or maybe
He wasn't. Oh yeah, he wasn't.
Yes,
He was
he
alive, but he
was.
wasn't a big actor at the time.
it was also like one of those movies, like a breakout movie. Like
Yeah.
is that what it's called? Like when like that movie like sets
Yeah,
the tone
when
for
it-
that
yeah.
person. Okay, yeah.
Damn, that got me sad. Okay,
Sorry.
cool.
And no disrespect to you or
Yeah,
Tom
of course,
Cruise.
of course.
I just can't do that to my boys.
Yeah, and I do love Will Ferrell. Don't get me wrong. I love Step Brothers. Step Brothers. It's just one of those really hard questions.
Was it the worst of the best? I guess you could say.
Yeah.
It's like being like the smartest kid with Down syndrome.
What? That has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, it's like a hard. It's like it's impossible.
No, it's not.
I got it from a movie once.
Oh god, I'm like, damn.
Some people are gonna be like, I get what he's saying. I get you.
Okay. Okay. My question is really completely different. I don't know if you've had this question, but it's a really common question, so I'm gonna ask it.
Let's do it.
So, if your mom and your girlfriend switch bodies,
Haven't you asked this?
no,
Okay. Oh, my bad.
I don't think so. If your mom and your girlfriend switch bodies, and for them to switch back, you have to have sex with one of them. Who do you have sex with?
So if I have sex with my mom, it's my girl's mindset and pretty much her, but it's my mom's body.
Yes.
If I have sex with my girl, it's like my mom.
Your mom's
mindset.
Yes.
Like Freaky Friday. Holy fuck.
It's a lose-lose in every situation, but you want to get them, unless you don't want to get them switched back, you can leave. Just leave?
Can I just blow my brains out?
No, you have to pick.
Holy fuck. Either way, I sound gross. Because if I'm having sex with like my mom's body, but it's like my girl, she's like, it's okay, like it's just me. I'm like, yeah, but you sound like my mom, and
you're my mom.
It's your mom's body. It's my mom's body. Oh God.
And then if you have sex with your girl's body, she's like, it's okay, Jordan. I don't know your mom's.
It's okay, mijo. Don't call me mijo. Don't do that.
Mijo, it's fine.
Sada never calls me that. Holy shit.
Would it be better if they had their voices? Like if it was Saida, but it had your mom's voice and your mom's body.
They have to keep the voice. They have to keep the voice with the body. So it'd be Saida talking in my mom's voice, in my mom's body.
So it would be her voice coming out.
Yeah.
Okay. Because, then you wouldn't know, right?
You know what? I'm going to go with my girl's body and my mom's voice or my mom's mindset.
Okay.
Because then I would just tell her, like, look, we have to do this. So I'm just going to give you, like, a script. Like, these are things me and her say. So, like, just don't fucking judge me, okay? This is what we do. And, like...
So at 3 minutes, just put your finger there. Don't question anything.
Yeah. And it would suck too if like the rules were like, this is the list of things you guys have to do. You have to do. She has to give you a blowjob. She has to. I'm like, oh my God.
Do you think you could like,
What if like I was like, well, this is way better. Oh no. I'm like, oh.
You go up to your dad like, pops.
Oh, okay. Now I see it. Oh, dude, I can't. This is terrible. Oh, man. We are really putting ourselves out there.
Dude. Oh, that's so nasty.
My mom watches this shit, too.
Hi,
I
Mom.
know they watch this. Oh, my God. This is terrible. This is so...
I knew it was going to be a hard question. It is a hard question.
Fuck that. I'm really up in the shit next time. I did not know we were going to go that. Okay.
Well, you've asked me some pretty outrageous questions when I asked you, like...
there's some that I'm like, I'm going to ask you before we record, and then you tell me if that's okay.
Okay.
And there's some that I'm like... But, like, good job. Fucking props to you.
I was like, that's not
one.
too bad, but, like...
No, that's the whole point of this question of the day. Like... I hope everyone gets to the point like, okay, I just can't wait till the question of the day.
Yeah.
So fuck damn, yeah. But dude. Hey, you're up next though, homie. You remember, just because you asked me, that's another thing that I like about this. Is
my God.
You got to remember, what you ask him, you also have to, we also want to know what your point is.
Oh, yeah. I think the same. I think I'm going to have to, my girl's body. Like,
You're
I know
disgusting.
You pervert.
You're fucking gross. Dude, oh my God.
Oh, dude.
That was a good question of the day.
Yeah.
That was probably one of the best ones so far.
That's...
Dude, I'm like shivering because I'm like, I can't wait for this to get posted and like, this is going to be a good one. This is a good episode.
Yeah, it is.
This went from Kourtney Kardashian getting engaged to fucking conspiracies to having sex with our moms. Pretty much. Yeah. I did that so I could edit the thing.
Yeah, I know. To having sex with their mom. I was like, what?
Well, I need to see this episode. Holy shit. All right,
dude,
guys.
That's hilarious. It got hot.
Oh,
gosh.
Right.
Okay.
What are we at? An hour 9?
Yeah.
That's like the full episode?
Yeah. We're good. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Man.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you have questions, ask away, too.
Yeah. You know what? That would be cool. If we did some episodes where it was like, these are... listener.
Oh yeah,
these are listener or viewer questions of the day. It's like they want us to ask.
Yeah, that'd be good too.
Yeah, so
you guys should ask.
Yeah, and dude, and obviously as you guys see, unfiltered, fucking ask us, and I guess we'll do this out in public.
Yeah, and then should we tell them next week? Next week's a pretty big episode.
Yeah. So if you guys are listening, or you go ahead.
Yeah.
This is your guest list. So go ahead.
We actually have a guest coming next week for the first time. He's a tequila entrepreneur from Yuma. He's making his own tequila and trying to get it out there. So he's gonna come on here. We're gonna taste one of his tequilas.
He's gonna bring his bottle, which is like $500 bottle.
Yeah. So it's a pretty expensive bottle. So I'm excited to taste it. And yeah, he'll be here next week. You're gonna see her on Instagram because we're posting this tomorrow.
Yeah.
So make sure to ask us questions. He's gonna answer questions, and yeah, we're excited.
Yeah, if you guys ever had any like tequila questions, because it's not so much for us, it's mainly for him. I mean, I have so many questions. I'm a huge tequila drinker, number one alcoholic right here. So I have so many questions. I want to know what's getting put in my body and how it gets made. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure he was there when like this whole bottle was like from the plant to distilling it. To all
like
that
how do you come up with the name? How do you know what bottle size to get? How do you know how the bottle looks? Do you pick all that stuff? Like so many questions. So if you guys have any questions, in the comments of this episode, let us know on Instagram or on YouTube.
Yeah.
And like Andy said, we'll be posting a story, so you can answer on that too. Hopefully you guys see this.
All right, guys.
See this, right?
Yeah, it's going to be great. So thank you very much, everybody. Have a good night, and cheers.
I love you guys. Love you, Andy.
Love you, Jordan.
I want to say that every time.
Okay.
Because I want to let you know, because if anything happens to me, I didn't kill myself. It was the government. And I just want you to know that the government,
this episode,
if the government
or our
kills me,
moms,
or our moms probably killed us. That's the conspiracy.
That's a good.
Our moms are gonna say the government did it.
Yeah,
son of
they're gonna be crying.
bitch.
They're gonna be crying on Primer Impacto like the government killed my baby.
Mi hijo.
Yeah, exactly. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, shit.